Hello there, hello everybody. I would like to speak in this video about the gravitational formula made by Newton. The formula is this one. The gravitational force is given by this formula, where m1 is the Earth, or the first body, the biggest one. m2 is the body subjected to the gravity force. R is squared and is the distance of the second body from the center of the Earth. G is the gravitational constant. I want to display the fact in this video that this formula is not respecting the conservation principle of the energy. This is quite an important matter, because if this is true, this formula that is used to prove the universe, to prove the current shape of the universe, is not correct. The conservation principle is this one, that says that the total amount of energy of a certain system is given by the sum of all the different kinds of energy. For example, usually we have the kinetical energy, that is linked to the motion of the system, and the potential energy, and the total amount of this sum, kinetical energy plus potential energy, is a constant. But this is not true for this formula, the gravitational formula from Newton, because some energy is created from nothing, and we will see how this is possible. This is possible if we analyze a satellite that is moving around the Earth with its orbit. For example, we can think to the east, the International Space Station, that with a very high speed is moving around the Earth at a rate of 400 kilometers, and 15 times a day moves around the Earth. Let's suppose now that a little meteorite is hitting our satellite without making any damage, but giving a little energy, a little amount of energy in plus to our satellite. So we have a little increase in speed. By having this increase in speed, we have to think that our satellite is subject to two forces, and its equilibrium is given by an equilibrium between two forces, that are the gravitational force given by this formula from Newton, and the centrifugal force that is linked to the speed of our satellite. Here we have the formula that expresses our centrifugal force, that is given by the mass of the satellite, its speed, squared the speed, and at the denominator we have the distance from the center of the Earth. Since our meteorite is hitting our body, orbiting body, we obtain an increase in speed. Here nothing changes. We can see that the speed is not appearing in the formula, but here we have the speed, v from velocity, and speed, squared speed. So the centrifugal force increases, but by increasing the centrifugal force we lose the equilibrium between these two forces, the gravitational force and the centrifugal force. So our body starts departing from the planet. But if it starts departing, the distance from the center of the Earth is increasing, and here we have at the denominator the distance from the center of the Earth. So the gravitational force is lowering, is going down, because we have this radius squared here, while the centrifugal force also diminishes, but it is not squared. So the centrifugal force diminishes, but not so much as the gravitational force. So we have a centrifugal force that is going greater and greater in respect to the gravitational force, and this body is going to accelerate in the radial direction. So if we have this body that is departing from the planet, we have that the potential energy increases. The potential energy as this expression. The potential energy is linked to the height of our body. For example, if we want to have a description, we can think to an hydropower plant. We have water in the mount, a lake. This water has a certain energy, potential energy, due to the fact that it is at a certain height, but this water can be put in motion and the energy is transformed in kinetical energy, and this energy, this water hits a turbine, and this energy is transformed in mechanical energy. But the total amount of the energy is always the same. When the water is on the mount is potential energy, when the water is in the valley is transformed in mechanical energy. But in this case, we have our orbiting body around the Earth that is increasing its potential energy because it is increasing its height, that is the distance from the center of the Earth, but also the motion energy, the kinetical energy, because when starting the energy was zero because radially it was not moving, but then it starts accelerating in the radial direction. So we have potential energy increasing, kinetical energy increasing. The total amount of the energy, as we can see here, the total amount of the energy is not keeping constant, but is increasing. Practically, we are creating energy from nothing, It is true that at the beginning the meteorite gives a little amount of energy, but not so much. But here we are creating infinite energy. That is not possible. For example, to make a comparison, is like I take a little water in the valley and I try to make it rising again to the mountain, to the lake. But by giving to this water a little amount of energy, it is not possible. So we have proved the fact that this formula, the Newton formula for the universal gravitation, is not correct because it's not respecting the conservation energy principle. So if someone wants to prove me wrong, I'm here. You can comment below. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to my channel if you want. Bye bye. We see to the next video.